This video is for anyone who feels behind in life. At any point in your life, really, whether you're 18 years old and you don't know what you plan on doing with your life, or you're 50 and you're trying to plan for retirement for the very first time. I hope this video can bring clarity, encouragement, and direction. Let's go. First, know when dealing with this situation, social media is not on your side. It's not a valuable resource by any stretch of imagination. You know, it's really easy to feel like you're getting behind in life when you hear stories of 15-year-olds making strategic partnerships with venture capitalists and buying lambos before they can even legally drive them.
Roblox! YouTube star Ryan is only 7 years old, but he's already selling out aisles of toys at Walmart and Target like a retail veteran. He made an estimated $11 million last year.
I think it's important to do a few things here. First, we need to define what success is, and there's no right answer here. Success to you may genuinely look completely different than to someone else, but there are certainly aspects of success that will always remain true. Being able to provide life necessities to yourself and those you love and those that you're responsible for, and being able to say that, hey, my work or my presence here has made a positive impact and changed things for the better. I believe that these are staples in success, regardless of what your definition is. When we think of success being strictly financial gain and age being the determining factor on if we're behind or not, you will only bring anxiety, doubt, and discouragement into your life. I personally went through this at around 27 or 28 years old. Starting off as a young adult, I crushed it. I played sports. I was very athletic. I obtained my black belt at 17 years old. I became a cop at 19 years old. I was the youngest deputy in the agency. Years later, I became the youngest detective in the agency. I was working with guys that were literally twice my age, and I had double their experience. And, you know, back then, I remember comparing myself frequently to others that I graduated with or others that I knew were close to my age. And I remember thinking, you know, everyone my age and everyone I graduated with, they're still in college. They're trying to figure it out. And they don't even know what they're going to do with their lives. Me, I have my own apartment. I got several years into my career. I got a brand new Mustang. I had my life squared away, right? Then I decided to jump full force into entrepreneurship, and life kicked me in the teeth. You know, when you first do it, it's scary, but more than anything, it's exciting. 6 months in, though, that excitement is gone, and every negative emotion you can think of slaps you in the face. Now, suddenly, those people that I was comparing myself to have graduated college. They've worked their way up in their career, and now they're doctors, nurses, successful sales reps. A lot of them driving brand new vehicles, making six figures, posting photos of their new houses and boats. And for the very first time, I found myself on the other side of the coin, and that feeling was horrible. At 27, I was crushing it, and at 28, I was broke, starting completely over. I started to stress out. I started to think, you know, what have I done? I have taken a huge step backwards in life, and now I'm way behind. How am I going to catch up to those my age? Because I was constantly comparing myself. I thought to myself, how did I go from such a head start, if you will, to here? Truth is, the day I took that huge step backwards, I really took a massive step forward towards my success. I found fulfillment in entrepreneurship that I would have never found anywhere else. I wrote a book, and I found a passion for speaking and helping others. Have you ever started something difficult and you start to kick yourself in the butt for not starting sooner? I remember when I started martial arts, I was a brand new white belt. I remember watching the other students who were a few belts ahead of me and being jealous over what they knew and how they trained. Truth is, though, everything that you have done up until that moment has prepared you and trained you for that moment. You are where you are in life because it's where you need to be. And, like it or not, it's where you deserve to be. When I started my entrepreneur journey and created my first business, Intact Security, I often kicked myself in the butt for not starting sooner. However, my law enforcement experience gave me a huge advantage, and leveraging that experience is what allowed me to generate millions of dollars in revenue. Because, you know, Intact would have been a much harder sell if I didn't have that law enforcement experience in my past. Finding success early on is not always a good thing. Let me explain what I mean. If you look at the elite, the top performers in every industry, you'll notice a very interesting trend. With the exception of sports, most of them did not get a super early start in their particular field of mastery. They explored, attempted, and tried their hands at many different things before they hit their home run. And there's a reason behind this, and it's very interesting. Because of their past experiences, They have become more adaptable along the way. They had life experiences and wisdom that they were able to take from all their life experiences, which allows them to look at things more objectively and wisely when making a decision compared to the person who have only looked at life through one particular lens. To give an example of this, I'm not very musically inclined, but I've been told that if you master the piano, it will actually make you a better guitarist. Now, those two are completely different instruments, but the experience you gain from piano does carry over into the guitar, the same as your life experiences will carry over into your purpose and ultimately your success. The term late truly is relative, and as long as late does not turn into never, you aren't late. You're in the process of something great. If you're watching this, the doors of opportunity, they have not closed. You very well could be like right here and only a very short ways away from something incredible. You cannot fail if you do not quit. Remain resilient and know you're not late. Think of people like J.K. Rowling, Disney, and Colonel Sanders. What do they all have in common? They found success later in life. Interesting enough, if you were to ask them what they would change, from my experience, I believe they would tell you absolutely nothing. Until next time, y'all stay savage.